Okay, getting close to being done with this. I got all the frets polished up. They turned out really nice. Nice and shiny. Got the fretboard oiled up with a little bit of linseed oil. Looks very nice. Got it all cleaned up. Got all the dust and stuff off of it. I think it spent some time sitting out, leaning against a wall or on a stand, because it had just piles of dust and crud underneath the strings. I didn't know what strings to put on it. Tried to find on the internet what strings to put on it. Couldn't really find too much, so I emailed Alvarez, the manufacturer, and gave him the serial number and asked him what strings came on it, and that's what they sent me back in an email. It was originally built in June 2002, came with light gauge strings on it, 12 to 53 elixirs. Well, he didn't get those, but I got these 12 to 53s. So we'll put those on there and see how it plays. When I got it, it had what I thought were pretty stiff springs. It had 14s to like 57, something like that, 58s. So we'll get those on, see what happens. I was going to replace the bridge pins because some of them are kind of wallered out down here in the end. I don't know if that'll pick up on the camera, but they're kind of chewed up and wallered out. So I got out a set of cheap pins that I ordered for somebody for another guitar, and half of them fit okay and half of them just drop right down in the hole with no resistance. So don't buy cheap bridge pins off of eBay because they don't work and you waste your money. So here we go. We'll get it strung up and see how it sounds. Doesn't sound too bad. We'll let the string stretch out a little bit and then we'll play it some more and go from there. Okay, got the new strings on. Doing some measurements on it. I got my automotive feeler gauges out so I could be a little more precise than measuring it in 30 seconds. My nut action on both these strings is right about 20 thousandths. I'm pretty happy with that. That seems about right. Up at the 12th fret on my E string, I've got 86 thousandths, and on my high E string, I've got 77 thousandths. That's a little higher than I'd like to have it, but it's not my guitar. And it looks like there's a pretty good amount of material on the saddle, so I could probably take that out and shave it down, but until I get a little more experience, I probably won't do that because it's not my guitar. If it was my guitar, I'd shave that down a little bit. But I am going to reset the neck relief on it. I got my capo on the 1st fret, and I'm fretting it on the 17th fret, which has been recommended by several different people, and then I'm measuring the bow or the relief in the neck under the strings about in the middle of that, right around the 7th and 8th fret, 9th fret, somewhere in that area. Trying to see where it's at right now. It's got about 14, 16 thousandths, something like that. That's a little higher than I want. I'd like to get it down, back down around 10 thousandths. So I'm going to adjust the truss rod. This one adjusts down here through the sound hole. So I'll spread the strings apart, make a few adjustments. Oops, I'll have to fish that out. Every time I readjust it, it changes the pitch, so I tune it back to pitch, which I wish I had an electronic tuner because it's been a pain. I've been tuning it with a tuning fork that I've had since probably the late 70s or early 80s. Hopefully it's still the same pitch. Or I've got an old piano in there that I know is needs to be tuned. So after each adjustment I'll retune it, and once I get it set, then we'll turn the video back on and see where we're at. Okay, got it all adjusted, got it all tuned up. I'm down to about 10 thousandths on the relief. Capo on the first fret, fretted on the 17th fret, measure it right in the middle, 8th or 9th fret, 7th fret. I got about 10 thousandths on the feeler gauges. I got 86, 77, 20. Pretty happy with that. For those of you who don't know where the truss rod is in one of these, there's a little, I don't know if you can see it if I have enough light, but there's a hex head right in there. You use a hex key for it. This one happens to be a 4mm, and that's how you adjust that until you get the proper relief. It sounds pretty good. I'll get it all cleaned up again, get all the fingerprints off of it that I've got all over it, and then we'll try to do a demo as soon as I learn how to play something. So there you have it. I'm pretty happy with it. We'll play it for a bit, see how it goes.